friends, Jerry Rosa here in the Rosa String Works Workshop. Got two really quick tips for you. Well, one of them's a tip, the other one is just something to be aware of. I've just received two lower mandolins in a row in the shop. Both of them had loose screws here. One of the screws was literally in the case. The other one was the nut. It was so backed out that it was just ready to fall out. So on that mandolin, I screwed all the screws back in, tightened them up. On this mandolin, they weren't that loose at all, but one of them I noticed there was some in-play in the tuning key, and so I tightened up the screw. And so then I'm going to simulate what I did. I went around on every one of them and turned it about, if I was simulating it, it'd be about like that, about that many turns, and then you feel it start to get snug. And when it gets snug, you just go up to that snug point and you stop. If you go any further than that, you could risk breaking your plastic. But if you have a lower mandolin and any other mandolin with keys that go on like that, I would suggest that you take a screwdriver, check them, and if you feel them really loose, then go ahead and go on in. But as soon as it gets snug, then you kind of just snug it up and stop. Don't go any tighter than that. You could break the plastic easily. Okay, that's tip number one. Tip number two, if, setting the action up here is always difficult for everybody, I take a very thin pick. I've measured this pick many times before, but I'm not going to measure it right now. It's 18 thousandths of an inch thick. Now, 18 thousandths on a mandolin is actually a little bit thick. To be honest, you could go down a little lower on a mandolin. About 12 thousandths would be about the lowest I would go. But 18 thousandths to 12 thousandths is not very much. And I just use this, and I feel like I get it right where I want it. What I do is I loosen the string a little bit on, like let's say on this particular D. I'm working on the upper D string, the top D string, if you will. And I have it pretty loose right now. And what I'll do is I'll hit that D string and I'll slide the pick under. And if I don't hear it stop, see, listen, it's really not touching. So I can go down further on that. And here's what I'll do. I'll take that string back out. Now, I don't have it up to full tension, but I do have quite a bit of tension on the string. And I'll go ahead and I'll cut a little bit more out of there. Just a little bit more. Then I'll do that again. Now it's starting to make a noise when I put it under there, but it's still just barely touching it. So I'll do it one more time. Okay, one more time there. Now I'll put it back in, and I'll just hit that one string again. Oops, I'm still not hitting. Okay, well, it's further away than I thought. But anyway, if you can slide the pick under there without it making a noise, you know you're still plenty high. So I go down a little bit more. I'm keeping my angle about the same as my peg head angle. You have to clean these little files off every once in a while. My goodness. All right, try it one more time now. Hopefully this time. Now you can hear it. You can hear it buzz. Well, it's still slightly high, but the thing is, when you bring it up to tension, it'll come down a little bit more. So let me do that. Now you can see it just stops it, and it's tight there now. And when it's tight, it's actually a little less than 18 thousandths. So it's pretty good. And you just barely move the string now and it goes down and touches. Okay, and then the same way with these. So bottom line is, that's how you can test it. You take a real thin pick like that, Set it on there, tap it, and if you can slide the pick under there while the string is vibrating without it touching, then you know you still can go down that much. But the moment that the moment that you hear it start to stop the string a little bit, well, then you better go up to tension and see if you're okay. And you should be okay. That'll give you a nice low action. I hope that tip makes sense to you. Thanks for watching.